It's the big carnival that will engulf India in just days from now. Cricketers from all around the world are here being welcomed and the excitement is hitting fever pitch. The warm-up matches kicked off on the 30th of September in Hyderabad, Thiruvananthapuram and Guwahati. Though some of the teams like New Zealand, Pakistan escaped the monsoon showers in their cities and got some warm-up time under the belts. Some others like Afghanistan, India, England were not so lucky. Rains have forced no play. Teams are hoping they do get some time out under the sun before the real action starts. But for us here at Firstpost, the build-up starts today. We bring you our special coverage, the Cup of Dreams, promising intense, rigorous and passionate coverage of the World Cup and provide you different perspectives to what you're used to. A different lens of understanding the sport, the teams and the players as well. And today we start by having a look at the squads, who all have been picked. What do they look like? How do we view the strengths and weaknesses of this side? First up, let's address the elephant in the room with India, a two-time World Cup winner. They won in 1983, the most till date, the most seminal moment in not just cricketing history of the country, but the sporting history as well. Even decades down the line, 1983 will be regarded as that moment when a country realized their true potential as world beaters. And of course, we can't forget 2011, MS Dhoni fittingly twirling his bat for the winning six at Wankhede, at home in India to lift the World Cup a second time after 28 long years, proving it isn't easy to win a World Cup. And here's how this 2023 World Cup squad looks like on paper. Now, it's a good-looking squad on paper. Some very experienced hands in there. Ashwin and Virat, just two of the men from that historic 2011 World Cup win, still in the mix. That's incredible. A couple of surprise inclusions as well, some misses and a few explosive youngsters for whom the World Cup could mean that moment to glory. Rohit Sharma leads the side. It's the first time he will captain an ODI World Cup. It's massive. And it's a massive chapter for his career and his path as well. Whatever happens, he and the Indian cricket fan will remember this. And who would have thought it would be this way, especially with Virat Kohli pretty much ascending as the heir apparent just some years ago. Passed down from the legend himself, MS Dhoni. And the team is coming off a resounding win over Australia in the ODI series at home and a comprehensive Asia Cup win as well right before. So in terms of form, the way they look, some practice, they've got plenty heading into the tournament. So let's put our own lens on the squad in terms of how they look as contenders. The squad is like a pack of cards or a chessboard. There are certain cards like the pawns who are integral to the team functioning. They don't just make up the numbers but put their hands up to assist the big guns when the going gets tough. And then you have certain special roles, certain cards or pieces who are critical to the team's fortunes. Depending on how well they execute, some are double-edged swords too. They can also be a weak link in the lineup. So first, let's look at who the ace in the Indian squad is. The superstar who could set the tone for the team's challenge and their campaign. Now, I'm going with Shubman Gill for this one. Now, you think Virat Kohli, and yes, he does have the ammunition, the hunger and the roaring talent to be the ace in this pack. But I'm picking Shubman for this one. He's young, he's fierce, he's coming into his own, and this could be the stage where he crosses over to certifying his position as India's next biggest star. Let's show you why. If you look at just his numbers as an opener for India in the one-dayers, in 31 matches, close to 2,000 runs, and the highest, a double centurion. Now, he's already in that pack there with 950s and converting them to hundreds, for half of them to hundreds. Now, moving on, I will pick a jack of the pack too. Someone who is a bit of an all-rounder, someone who is bound to create an impact with both bat and ball. Again, it's a bit of a left field pick. So here's mine, R. Ashwin. You think Ravindra Jadeja would be there, and he's a vital cog in the scheme of things too, but I'm going with the guile, the wit, the never-resting, always thinking R. Ashwin for this one. Now, let's be honest, he's not one of your best fielders, he's not one of the quickest, but he makes up for all of that with the lack of it, with his sharp cricket skills and alert thinking. He's calm and processes things rather quickly on the field. Someone who is always looking to outwit the opposition.
We saw, David Warner go from left to right, right to left, all because of Ravichandran Ashwin. So he has that knack. He has the ability to get players to think, while he thinks a lot as well.
Now, I've been speaking to other players and teams, and mind you, he already a lot of them are thinking on how they will face him, particularly in India. And guess what? India's first match is at his home ground in front of his family, friends, and fans in Chennai. Right, next up, I have a joker card. Now, unlike what this term suggests otherwise, we here look at the joker as the X factor, the trump card, the card that can change the game. Someone who could hold the key when the chips are down, and there's a need for a dramatic turn of events. Now, my pick for this one, Kuldeep Yadav. The man has come back from not being in reckoning, from having ankle surgery, from being out of favor with his own team to now being a weapon for India. The 2.0 version of Kuldeep Yadav is critical for India's success. He's worked on his bowling, he's come back strong, and alongside Ashwin and Offie and Jaddu, a left-arm spinner, the trio on certain grounds could be lethal. Now, a team could have some aspects that is bound to worry them. For me, that could be the middle order, a bit of whom are just coming up back from injuries. KL Rahul, Shreyas Iyer, Surya Kumar just about hitting a good stride after a string of not so strong performances. So there is much left to see from that middle order, and you would wonder if that will follow through in this tournament. It's the dream of every cricketer, the ultimate glory. Few manage to keep their date with destiny, but for many, it's been heartbreaks and a cross to bear. The Holy Grail is here in India. I'm Rupha Ramani, and Firstpost brings you the ringside view. We bring you the Cup of Dreams, Cricket World Cup coverage like never before.